What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got some more college football plays for you guys for the Saturday slate. Hopefully, we can sweep the board for you guys. I will be picking a random comment to win a free month of VIP. So if you guys want a chance at free VIP, make sure you leave a comment on this video and leave a like. If we get 150 likes on this video, I'll pick a random comment to win free VIP. So let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday's video. Drum roll, please. Our winner is going to be for JCat. He said, slow night. We got to move on from yesterday to make some money today. Yeah, the Bills and the Dolphins game was a little bit rough, not going to lie. But yeah, hopefully get that bounce back. Making this video early before the Friday night game, so I don't know how they turned out. Hopefully they turned out well for us. But JCat, send me a message and you got yourself a free month of VIP. But anyways, guys, like I said, I got some college football plays for you guys. If you want to get all of our plays, we got tons of college football, tons of NFL already on the board posted. Make sure you guys head on over to our Patreon or our WAP, whichever one you guys prefer, depending on which platform you use. You can sign up through either of them. Make sure you join our free Discord server, 25 bucks a month, and you get every play that we get. Or every play that we post, I mean. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these free picks. So I got some Goblin plays as well, some original lines. I got two Goblins, two original lines. I'm hoping we're going to get a 4-0 day. I love these two Goblin plays, and I like both of these original lines a lot as well. So we're going to start with our Goblin plays first, and then we'll transition over to our original lines. Over here on Outlier, I do have it set to college football. As you can see, if you want a 7-day free trial of Outlier, make sure you use the link in the description. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into these picks. So our first pick of the day is going to be for our man, Demie Sumo Karmbe. And that is a tough name to say, I'm not going to lie. But we're locking him in over 24.5 rushing yards, playing against Georgia. Now, I'm a Kentucky fan, a little bit biased on this one. I don't think Kentucky has a chance against Georgia after getting beat by South Carolina at home versus Georgia. They're probably going to get absolutely destroyed. Now, the thing is, our boy Sumo Karmbe, however you want to say his name, I do struggle with his name, not going to lie. But anyways, taking him over 24.5 rushing yards should be a free play, man. I'm not going to lie. Vandegrift's going to struggle. He struggled last week. Unless some miracle has happened this week, Vandegrift's not going to be the guy getting us the yards. If he even starts this week, it wouldn't surprise me if he was second string quarterback this week after his performance last week. But anyways, I like Vandegrift, man. I liked him before the last game. I'm not going to say I don't like him now, but he has struggled. But we're going to pull up our man Demie over here. We're going to pull up his rushing yards, and we'll go ahead and take a look at him. So rushing yards, his original line's at 46.5. I don't think he's going to catch that versus Georgia, but at 24.5, I really like this line. Don't even look at the last games before last season. It doesn't even matter. This season, the season we're looking at where he's our starting running back, you can see 59 rushing yards his first game, had 70 his last game versus South Carolina in a blowout loss, 31-6. So I think he's going to be able to get 25 for us today. Yes, Georgia has a very good rushing defense. They give up only 113 rushing yards per game, which is 20th in the nation in defense, which is actually really good. But if you come over here to offense, if you look at Kentucky, they get 211 passing yards per game and 130-ish rushing yards per game in their rushing and passing attempts. They have a 38% pass rate and a 62% run rate after last game. So they struggled last game. 65% of plays were rushing plays last game because our quarterback couldn't do anything. So I like this play again tonight. I think our man Demie's going to have to run the ball, and I think he's going to have to get some yards if they want to move the ball at all. So that's going to be pick number one of my favorite plays on the slate, actually, and I'm locking him in over 24.5 rushing yards. Jumping into our second Goblin, the last Goblin, then we'll go over to some actual plays. I'm going to be locking in our man Darius Taylor. So we got Darius Taylor, locking him over 69.5 rushing yards, Minnesota versus Nevada. I like this play a lot too, man. I know 69.5 is pretty dang high to be a Goblin play, but he should be able to cash this for us. So let's go ahead and pull him up over here. Rushing yards, 92.5 is an original line, which is freaking high. If you go down here at 59.5, you can see he's catched it 4 of his last 5 games. He did hook it that one game versus Iowa last season. He catched it 4 of 6 games with 1 game versus Nebraska, where he only got 3 rushing yards. So obviously that one doesn't even really count. We're going to look at these last 4, or last 5, I mean. But looking this season so far, he had 65 his first game versus RIL. Like this play a lot, man. If you look at him, they had a blowout win, 48-0. He only had 14 rush attempts. If you look at his last 5 games, he's averaging 24 rush attempts in those last 5. So last game, obviously, he didn't get as many snaps because it was a 48-0 win. If you look at Nevada, they give up 122nd in the nation, 190 rushing yards per game. This should be another awesome play for us. I think this one's going to be pretty free as well. Come over here to offense for Minnesota and defense for Nevada. And you can see that Minnesota gets more rushing yards per game than passing yards, which is awesome for this play. And then looking at run rate versus pass rate, it's 51% run rate, 49% pass rate, which is pretty much 50-50 right there. So I like this play a lot for our man Darius Taylor. He should catch this with ease over the 69.5 rushing yards as pick number 2 of the day. For our next 2 picks, I do have a free slip for you guys, which I'm going to pull up. You see we got Garrett Greene and we got Anthony Colandrea. I think that's how you say his last name. And we're going to take Garrett Greene over 27.5 passing rushing yards, and then Anthony over 259.5 pass yards. So we're going to pull up the Garrett Greene play first. Love this play. One of my favorite plays on the slate right now. Garrett Greene. Pass and rushing yards. I'm about to just go down here and find it like this. There's so many props. Pass and rush yards over 278.5. We're locking him in. He's cashed it 4 of his last 5 and 6 of his last 10 games. Cashed it 5 of his 12 games last season. He's cashed it 1 of 2 so far this season with 304 his last game, which he absolutely smashed it. Head to head, he only had 1 his last game versus Pittsburgh, which obviously this doesn't even matter because he only had 1. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull this up here. So we got Greene. This game has a huge 62-point total. There's not going to be much offense played in this game, honestly. Pittsburgh gave up 300 yards passing last week to Sorsby, the Cincinnati quarterback, which means Greene should be able to have a field day in this game if it goes anything like last week. Plus, he will take off and get some with his legs as well. He had 68 rushing yards last game by himself. Love this play, man, for our man Garrett Greene. Over 278.5 passing yards. Pass and rushing yards. You look at Pittsburgh, they give up 42nd in the nation in passing and 66 in rushing, giving up 360 total per game. Now, I like this play for our man Garrett Greene. It's going to be a shootout most likely, and I think he's going to cash this pretty easy. He's exceeded 278 in 4 of his last 5 games with the insight here according to OUTLIER.bet, which is obviously good for us as well. Garrett Greene is going to be pick number 3 of the day, and it's going to be our first original line that we have. Garrett Greene, 278.5 pass and rush yards, taking the over on that one. And for our 4th final play of the day, we are going to be jumping over to the Virginia game. So we're going to be locking in our man Anthony. We already pulled that up here for you guys. Or you guys already saw that play, I mean. But Colandrea, we got him over 259 passing yards alone. 53% chance. He's cashed it in 7 of his last 10 games. Actually smashing this line. That was 5 of 8 games last season. He's cashed it both games this season so far. Just had 357 versus Wake Forest, which was a 31-30 win, which was obviously a very close game. Head-to-head, his last season, he had 263 yards versus the same team. So looking at him, they give up 38th in the league and passing yards allowed at 208. I like this play a lot, man, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up my write-up for this one. I put another game. It's going to be a shootout. This line is too low for this matchup, in my opinion. Anthony has thrown for 297 and 358 in his last 2 games this season. Maryland just gave up 368 passing yards to Childs, the Michigan State quarterback, and Childs isn't a good throwing quarterback either. This defense made him look like a Heisman candidate, and I think our boy Anthony is going to have an even better game tonight. It should be an easy cash for him. He should be able to get 264, and I absolutely love this play. If you look at UVA, they give up 54% pass rate, 46% run rate, or not give up, but they have a 54% pass rate, which so they throw the ball more than they run the ball, and he's exceeded this in 4 of his last 5 games. So love this play. Got to lock in our man Anthony over 259.5. I was about to say 269.5. No. All right. Sorry. Why do I say it? Make the name Anthony. It's not Anthony. I know that. 259.5. So those are our 4 plays, guys. I don't have any money lines right now. I haven't had a chance to look at the slate in terms of sportsbook bets and look at the ones I like. So getting this video in a little bit early. You see we got our man Demie. We got Kentucky's running back, 24.5 rush yards. As his Goblin play, taking the over here. Darius Taylor over 69.5. Rushing yards as well. His Goblin. Garrett Greene over 278 pass and rush yards, and Anthony over 259.5 passing yards. You don't play these in a 4-man. I'm not saying lock these in a 4-man. I'm giving you 2 options for double ups here. So I love these double up splits, man. I like pairing one Goblin with one original line. You get a little double up split. 50 wins you 100, 100 wins you 200, vice versa, whatever. And you can pair any of these Goblins with any of these plays any way you want. I really like these plays, man. I think they're going to cash for us. I feel the sweep coming on. So if you guys like the plays, make sure you leave a comment, leave a like on the video. Make sure you're subbed for your chance at free VIP. I do have one plug before we leave this video. That plug is going to be for our friends and family over at DGF If you guys don't know what DGF is, it is an optimizer. It is a tool that takes all of our plays from apps like Prizepicks and Underdog. It compares it directly back to the sports books. It gives you that percent odds to hit and a positive EV value. Love this platform, guys. DGF is really good. Helps you line shop super easy. You can find these plays right here. I'm not saying just pick a play and lock it in. I wouldn't do that. But if you research these plays yourself on an app like OUTLIER or something and find plays you like, the hit rate is really crazy on these. Helps making line discrepancies really easy. For example, right here, Raul Rojas Jr., you got over 21.5 significant strikes. It is 15.5 over here on BetMGM. So you get really good value on some of these platforms, and helps you find the value super easy. Like 15.5 is obviously going to be way better than 21.5 if you're going to take the over. But anyways, just an example of DGF. If you guys want 25% off discount code, use code ACES. Links down in the description as well. You also get our VIP for free if you sign up for DGF. But anyways, guys, hope you have an awesome day. Make sure you guys lock these in. Join our free Discord down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.